Hi guys, I am back, and this is actually the first video I've shot in almost a week, and I haven't touched anything on my craft desk. We have just had like a crazy busy week as usual, and we wanted to kind of take a break, and just like heal up and finish getting better. So far, knock on wood, we are better. Grace's cough is still there just a little, but not bad. So what I'm going to work on today for these journals is actual fabric tags. And I'll have to like pause the video to sew around it. But what I'm doing is I'm taking extra scraps here. And I, believe it or not, I am completely out of that large thing of tabs that, or not tabs, fabric that Lori sent me. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's completely used up now. I have nothing left. I might have a few little chunks to put like on top of tags, but that is it. So we're back to using this stuff that frays a little bit, but hopefully we can get a tag or two out of this stuff and then call it good. Because I actually, like I just showed you, I have nine, or I guess it would be not nine. I have 8 done, so this will be the 9th. Then I'll go sew them really quick, and then we'll come back and decorate them. And then I think I'm going to put in a couple of tags while I'm with you and finish the closure. And then I'll go ahead and finish all of them and then just do the flip through. I'm not sure when that will be. It will probably not air till maybe Saturday. I've got some videos coming up, and we've got another couple of busy days coming. Yeah, so it's been kind of crazy. And as you guys probably already know, our little crafting community is up in arms about the FTC and the COPA thing. So I thought I would address it just a little bit here on from the things I know and the things we don't know. What I've decided to do for now is I've marked my entire channel not for kids, because it's really not, because there's so many gray areas and I use so many different things that could be considered dangerous to kids, i.e. scissors, cutters, punches, down to the glues. These are not kid-safe glues. I mean, they are toxic if you were to ingest them. So I've decided to mark everything adult. I think Rachel had a good idea today on her 3 and 30 challenge, that maybe changing some of the wording of maybe some of the videos that might be considered eye-catching to children. So I might do that, but for the meantime, this weekend, I'm gonna go through and all of like my Young Human series that was made for our darling little DJ, I'm going to mark as private, so people aren't going to be able to view that for now. I'm not going to go through and delete all my videos, because this is actually episode or video 100. This is my 100th video that I have filmed and uploaded to YouTube. So yay! I'm starting to feel like a sitcom, like a real live one. Just teasing. Anyways, but I think for me, I'm not overly stressed about the COPA thing because, while I have almost 300 wonderful subscribers, I don't have those, I don't have a large channel. So, 1, it'll take a while to get around to me. 2, through every video, it's very clear that I'm not child. I mean, I don't cuss or anything. And that's been one of the suggestions in the group is why don't you open your videos with a cuss word? Well, for numerous reasons, I won't do that. I won't say that I don't cuss in my real life, because I do. I have been accused of being a sailor a time or two. But that's just not who I want to be out in the YouTube world. So that said, I think, I honestly think that there will be more information the longer, I don't want to say the longer it's out there, but I think with anything new, well, I'm actually have a couple of minds. I think if YouTube had been doing their job from the very beginning, this would not be an issue. There's a reason they paid $170,000 in fine, or 170 million maybe in fines. It's because they weren't protecting the children like the federal guidelines stated that they had to. And so that is why we are where we are today. And I think things haven't been thought through very well. And I think that it will end up being okay. So I'm going to take this safe route, obviously not label any of the videos that would maybe encourage children. I'm going to change the wording on some of the titles so it's less enticing. I'm going to keep my channel marked as adult only. I am going to add a disclaimer picture at the beginning of every video. I'll work on that this weekend, that it really truly is not for children. And you know, in my disclaimer, it's also going to be parents. Your child is watching a channel that is not for kids. You need to take some personal responsibility, which I think is part of my beef with this thing. Is it feels like there isn't parents taking responsibility for not keeping an eye on their children. Yes, we should always protect the youth, no matter who you are. You know, it does take a community to build strong children, but it also takes parenting. And if you're, you know, you can't expect the world to police your children online. I mean, some of that comes down to you too. And don't get me wrong, my children are not perfect. They have there been times when they've done stuff online that I didn't know about? Absolutely. Would I ever in a million years go to my federal government and tell them that they needed to do more? No, because that's my job as their parent. And I can see that because I have had issues with the internet, and it was 100%. Mom didn't know what was going on. Mom didn't understand the Instagrams and the Snapchats of the world. And yeah, so now I do. Oh, and I should say too, Grace is 100% okay to appear in any of my videos at any time. She does not fall into the category of child as far as these federal laws are written. She is 16 years of age. So yes, not a full-grown adult, but she's not a child either in the eyes of this law. So thank you for those that have expressed that concern. I've looked it up. She's perfectly fine to appear in those videos. So yes, there's that. So yes, Gracie will still appear in my videos. And so I think we're living, I'm going to be honest, because that's the only way I can be, is I think we're living in a world where people aren't taking personal responsibility for their lives, and they just want a bunch of laws to fix what they can't fix. And I don't think that's good. I think it's penalizing a lot of people. And Gail said it perfectly yesterday. It's like, you know, those of us that are creating good content, and I mean, really, kids could watch this. Not that they should, with the glues and everything. But none of us in this crafting community ever say or do inappropriate things. And we're not selling to kids. We're not encouraging them to buy a junk journal. And when I looked at my analytics, my age, like my target age group is like in between 55 and 65. And so there's only like 0.09 unknown. And so I can guarantee you that those are not children. Those are people that are probably curious about a DIY on how to make a fun envelope or, you know, something like that. And it just happened to pop up and they watched like 2 minutes of our videos. At least that's my take on it. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go cautiously. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna CYA. Um, but I'm not gonna get overly excited yet until there's something to get excited about. I mean, I get that it's serious. I'm gonna take some steps. Like I said, I'm gonna cover my own keister, but I'm not gonna stress out about it yet because I just the laws are too vague. They are way too vague to cover everybody, and if they kept the laws just how they are, how it's written right here today, literally YouTube would go under in a matter of days. Like, and I don't know, maybe that's the ultimate goal. I don't know. But we've been researching some options. Do we go to Patreon? Do we do this? Do we go over to Skillshare or whatever? But it boils down to this, is that nobody, including myself, has the extra time or money to go over to Patreon and pay $1 per subscription. And that's like the cheapest one, right? Okay, nobody has $100 a year plus $14.99 a month or whatever it is, and maybe that's the creator side of Skillshare. Nobody has that amount of money to spend on memberships. Like, honestly, in my opinion, why would you? Like, I would love it if you would follow me over there if I had to, like, but I'm not going to ask you to spend $1 of your hard-earned money to follow me to Patreon. I have like 300 subscriptions. Especially like new or small channels. There's no way I could pay $300 a month to follow everybody. And so then I think you're picking and choosing, and then you're missing out on really great content. And there's far too many YouTube channels that, like I said, going under is probably not their best option. I don't know. I think YouTube is passing the buck. I think they're asking us to jump through hoops that are unreasonable. And I have a feeling only those of us that are willing to jump through some of the hoops are going to stay. And there was another video out there, and I have not watched it. I've just heard that was basically saying, that they're going to go in and delete all the channels that aren't making them any money. And they would have to actually rewrite their terms of condition to be able to do that. From what I've read just a little bit this morning, there's, if you haven't violated anything, they can't really cancel your channel. I mean, they own it, kinda. I mean, they own your videos, but they can't, from everything I read, granted I haven't finished the entire thing, but there's not really a way. And I think some of this is not from our community, but from media. I think it's scaremongering is honestly what I think. A little bit. Like, they know what will panic people, and they purposely say this stuff. Or, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just think that we live in a crazy world right now, and nobody knows anything yet. So I would say cover your keister the best you can under the laws that are straightforward at this point. And then as it changes, as we get more information, then make your decision. There's one YouTuber that has like almost 2,000 videos or something, and she's deleted a bunch, backed up a bunch, and I mean, that's great. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that she's saving her material. But then I actually worry in the future, like after this is all said and done and everybody's kind of the dust starts settling, if those people that are saving all their videos to move to a different platform, I wonder if they could be under, like, I don't want to say copyright laws, but maybe a little bit. Does that make sense? Like with the terms and conditions with YouTube? I don't know. I mean, because there's not really anything to stop you from posting your videos now, like on Facebook, right? So I wonder if that would fall under the same thing, or if you went to like a competitor, if that would matter. I don't know. All right, so that tag should be pretty well dry. So I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine really quick, and then we can decorate these. And then, oh, yep, I did make these collage tags to put in there too. Like I said, we're not going to embellish these guys a whole lot. So I made some tag collage paper here, just backed on to a little, it's not quite cardstock. It's this. And I got it at Walmart because I was looking for cream colored cardstock, but underneath the lights, it looked cream. But when I got it home, it's kind of like, almost like a grungy cream. I mean, which is still okay. I'll use it for stuff, but yeah, I just was like, it kind of almost went perfect with this. So I need to cut these down, and I think I'm making these slim tags so that they can stick up out of our pockets and stuff. So I'll be right back. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Or hold on, whichever, whatever. Okay, guys, I'm back from sewing these. Let's get our little brown tag out here. Alright, so, yep, I'm just going to trim these ends off. So, I don't think I finished my thought earlier. I mentioned something Gail said, and she's pretty much right. Like, it just feels like those of us that do right are getting punished, and those who do bad are, have gotten away with breaking the laws forever. And I think that's the case with everything in life. At least this day and age, I don't think you are ever going to totally get away from any of that. It's just how life is right now, or which is sad. It is, but... And that dumb fabric is fraying on me again, so I'll have to be careful when I'm inking, because I don't think I'm going to fray check these. I might end up fray checking them, but I don't know, maybe it looks cool. Have to let me know what you guys think. Does it look cool? So yeah, I'm not going to say too much more unless there's like major developing things that happen with that Copa thing. I'm just going to go on as business as usual for the most part. Just keep making my videos, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think YouTube's getting enough backlash from a lot of different things, like different areas of video makers, different creators, that they're going to have to really define what they mean. And I think FTC needs to do their job. If they're going to put these laws into effect, they're going to have to be a little more specific. All right, so, which again, like I said, I am all about protecting babies. I think I want one of those. Do I already have one out? I forgot about my pile up here. One of those inker things. Well, we'll just go to our little sack of Marvelous and just find one. Yeah, so sorry y'all for my little rant, but yeah, that's just how I'm feeling about it. So Onward Ho, we will, in the second part of this video, we will, get these all glued down. And I'm not sure what I'm doing for the top. I guess I hadn't thought that far ahead yet. I might just not put any tab at all. I don't think these warrant it. And then I showed you my collage sheet, so we'll collage those. And I am going to use Fabri-Tac on this, mostly because it's going onto fabric. And so I know the art glitter glue does okay gluing onto fabric, but not every fabric. And I don't want to take a chance, and I don't plan to sew these. So we're going to just glue these really quick. Kind of hoping to make make these simple yet fun for guys. So I hope everybody has had a good week while I was, well, I guess technically I wasn't gone, but I've been gone. That's so weird, isn't it? Yeah, I'm finding it a lot easier for me if I record one day and upload over the course of the next few days. My internet seems to be okay with that. It seems to get along better if I'm doing that. I don't know. I'm just kind of playing because here's what's going to happen is I'm going to go conservative on adding this stuff to these tags, and then I'm going to end up with a whole bag of extras that I don't have any projects for is what's going to happen. It's what it usually happens. I go conservative and then I have way too much left over and nowhere to put them. So that should tell you exactly where my organization is right now. Oh, my whole room is such a mess. I have Christmas ones. I think I am still going to do 2 more Christmas journals. I mean, I don't know if I'll video them. I'll definitely do flip throughs. But we're getting so late in November, I kind of feel like maybe we should move on a little bit, but I don't know, guys. I love Christmas, so you might have to just bear with me. All right, so this is what we did for this one, and I like it. I think it looks cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, and then I did cut these. And I will say, if you use the Uhu on these and you don't finish them right away, sometimes when you go to cut, I don't want to say that they're not, like if they're almost too dry, and it could be my room because I know I've said before, in my room it's not really heated a whole lot. It is. I mean, it's not like the same temperature as outside because today it's like, I don't know, not even 30 degrees here. This morning it was like 27, and I think it was like 29 the last time I looked at the car thermometer. So, I will say though, if it gets too cold and too dry in my room, then it cracks. So I have to go back through and throw down some glue. So yeah, I just check through those just to make sure that I don't have any cracking, popping pieces. And it's mostly, I've noticed, cardstock that does that. So if you end up using any cardstock in your project, most definitely make sure that you check before you just put it in a journal that it's not cracking that. All right, so then obviously these are too long. Right, okay, so I think I'll take it off of this bottom end, and we're gonna freelance it here. Freehand. We're still not stuck down completely. You know what I've noticed lately, and maybe it's just me, but when I've inked stuff and then I try to go back and re-glue, sometimes the glue's not sticking, and I don't know if it's, I've never had that happen before, so I'm wondering more and more if it's just my glue. This whole batch seems not, I don't want to say not as good, but maybe not as good as the last ones had been. So how do we want these? Do we want these? I think we'll keep it simple and just trim off the tops like this. I think that's the easiest course of action to keep it not frilly, you know? And I never did find any like romantic letters, digital paper or anything, so I guess it'll just stay completely masculine. Okay, so I think I like these, and like I said, these are backed on that paper I was telling you about that I did the other tags. Let's see, where is this one? There it is. Okay, so I was thinking that this should not go in these little pockets here. They should go in maybe this one because they have a little bit more give. And that's a thicker tag. So I think I'll put it in the front of every journal. And then these will be too tall for those. So we'll stick them in here. I think I want a less busy. Less busy, less. I gotta remember, since it's been, oh, there's a pocket there. Okay. Right. Yep, okay, a little peek up is okay, I think, at least on most of the journals. I do think I want a little bit of ink around them, especially if the back's gonna show. Yeah, so I think I haven't glued the envelopes together yet. So I will do that tonight to finish them up, but you guys have all seen an envelope being put together. So we won't worry about that. It seems like there was something else I needed to tell you guys. For the life of me, I can't remember what it is now. Oh, tomorrow I may have to redraw. I still haven't heard from 2 of the subscribers on the 5 for 5. And as of a little while ago, we only needed 2 more subscribers to make the 300. And I'm really hoping we make that 300 soon, so that I can get that mailed out to its new owners so they can have it as a December daily. So yeah, if you know of 2 people who would love to join us, excuse me, I would love for them to join us too. And you know what? This thing is getting on my nerves being in my way. So let's go ahead and do the closure while we're at it. How about that? Okay. So what I was thinking, so just feed it through here. Oh, and I dyed a bunch of papers the last 2 days. So that would be why you are seeing grossness, which I'm pretty sure you probably have already figured that out by most YouTubers, right? Okay, and so it's going to wrap around like this, go up like that, and close on down, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and tie these little ends in a knot so it doesn't end up unraveling. And this is the hemp. And I didn't actually save the packaging to tell you exactly what it was. But you just get it at Walmart. It's like almost like wax coated hemp string. It's really nice stuff to work with. So all right, so that is that closure. Okay, so this one's got its closure. All right, now let's see, we did one of those already, and we got a whole host of like pocket ephemera, and I might have to make a couple more pieces. I'm not sure. Like I said, we want to I might have to make some shorter tags for these, but I have lots of background pages. So, okay, here's a pocket. So maybe we'll put one from the kit in there. And I don't think any of these are going to be big enough to fit those by themselves. And I don't really have any little pockets, so maybe that's where we put the little tiny tags, is in those pockets we made. You know what? I'm going to need to punch those out. And my Crop-A-Dile and my cutter, my big cutter, are all still out by the pool table because Grace and I are not done. Oh, those are going to just disappear down in there, huh? Oh, well, shoot. Well, I guess maybe we'll have to figure out some little pockets for these little tiny pieces, huh? Okay, so we got that one there. So we need 2, 4. Oh, here's a slide. Maybe that's where these guys are too wide anyways. So let's cut it off here. What I was saying is Grace and I still need to finish up, but you know, true to life, you know, she's an officer with her local chapter in FFA, and so she's always has something. And then there's Bible study on Tuesdays, and yeah, they're still too long. So just crazy, crazy. Okay, that looks cute, right? Yeah, okay. All right, so we need smaller-ish tags. See, this one would probably work. I normally overload these pockets, but I don't think I'm going to do that this time. So that's about the only one that size. So but at least we know that size works good, right? We already used one of those. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to make some small tags, I guess. So we're not done. So there might be just like a third video and of just loading them, and then we'll do a final flip through, and then we'll call it good for the series. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.